Jaundice. Jaundice is nothing but yellowish discoloration of the skin, mucous membrane, sclera due to concentration of bilirubin in our body fluids increased more than 2 to 3 milligram percent. The normal level of serum bilirubin level in our body is in the range of 0.2 to zero point 0.8 milligram percent. When this level exceeds more than 2, that time it creates changes, that is yellowish discoloration of the skin, mucous membrane and sclera due to change or increase serum bilirubin value. This is known as jaundice. Now, jaundice is basically classified into three groups: hemolytic jaundice, hepatic jaundice, obstructive jaundice. Now, what are the basic differences between hemolytic jaundice, hepatic jaundice, and obstructive jaundice? As a point of view, you should know these three basic types: hemolytic, hepatic, and obstructive jaundice. First difference, that bilirubin in hemolytic there is increased unconjugated bilirubin. In hepatic, both unconjugated and conjugated bilirubin increases, while in obstructive only conjugated bilirubin is increases. Next important factor is the Vandenberg factor, that is Vandenberg factor, that indirect positive in hemolytic jaundice, biphasic in hepatic jaundice, and direct positive in obstructive jaundice. Third factor, that is urine bilirubin, which is absent in hemolytic jaundice, which is present in hepatic jaundice, and is also present in obstructive jaundice. While next factor, that is urine urobilinogen, which is increase in hemolytic jaundice, decrease in hepatic jaundice, and absent in obstructive jaundice. And last factor, that is stercobilinogen, which is increase in hemolytic jaundice, reduce in hepatic jaundice, while which is absent in obstructive jaundice. Afterwards, you should know the basic concept, that is physiological jaundice of the newborn. That means at 6 to 7 days after birth, due to increased hemolysis and less development of liver for conjugation, it produces a jaundice which is known as physiological jaundice of the newborn. The treatment is at phototherapy converts insoluble bilirubin to soluble form. Afterwards, which is the next disease, that is anemia. It is a group of diseases, a number of conditions in which hemoglobin concentration or RBC count is reduced below normal range for the age and sex of our subject is known as anemias. Normal count we already discussed in previous presentation. In males range, we already know when it decreases below 12 or 13, while in female when it decreases below 11 or 10, or in newborn when it decreases below 15 gram percent is known as anemias. The gradings of anemia are mainly classified into three grades: mild, moderate, and severe anemia. These are the basic classification of anemia. At first year MBBS level, you should know the basic classification of different types of anemia on different basis. First basis is the grading, that is mild anemia, moderate anemia, and severe anemia. The range for mild anemia is 8 to 10 gram percent, for moderate 6 to 8 gram percent, and when it is below 6, it is considered as a severe anemia. The another basis is the etiological classification. First is deficiency anemias, like iron deficiency anemia, vitamin B12 deficiency, that is megaloblastic anemia, folic acid anemia, vitamin C deficiency anemia, and protein deficiency anemia. When is the hemolytic anemia, that is second group. Hemolytic anemia is either hereditary or acquired. Hereditary anemia, different factors or different types, that is thalassemia, sickle cell anemia, and spherocytosis, that come under hereditary anemia. Well, acquired, antibodies against RBCs, splenomegaly, and snake venom. These are the acquired conditions of anemia. Third, etiological classification, hemorrhagic anemia. It is either acute hemorrhagic anemia or chronic hemorrhagic anemia. Next base is aplastic anemia. It is either primary or secondary. While anemia due to chronic diseases like tuberculosis or infections. Now, last part of this presentation will be discuss morphological classifications based on MCV and MCHC values. First is normocytic normochromic anemia. Second is microcytic hypochromic anemia. Third is macrocytic normochromic anemias. These are different types on the basis of morphological classification of anemia. The clinical features of anemia due to decrease in oxygen carrying capacity and compensatory cardiovascular effects. Most important clinical feature is muscular weakness, pallor of the skin and mucous membrane, breathlessness, increased cardiac output which leads to palpitations and tachycardia and lethargy. When you see the iron deficiency anemia, it is the commonest cause of nutritional anemia in India or in our country. The causes are inadequate intake, blood loss either through JIT or menstruation, increased demand like in infancy or pregnancy, decreased absorption like partial gastrectomy or achlorhydria. When you see the iron metabolism, the total body iron is about 4 to 5 grams in hemoglobin. Iron stores as ferritin, hemosiderin, myoglobin, cytochrome oxidase. The daily requirement of the iron in males is 5 to 10 milligram per day, while in female it is about 20 milligram per day. The absorption 10% of dietary iron is absorbed from. Ferrous is better absorbed than F3. The factors inhibiting absorption like number of factors these are responsible to that prevents or inhibit absorption like our habits like tea or coffees and number others dietetic factors. The absorption is related to the iron store in our body. Transport in blood, it is transported in blood combined with apoferritin, that is transferritin. And storage in our body, ferritin is stored in liver and RE cells, while hemosiderin in RE cell, that is reticuloendothelial cells. The polycythemia increase in RBC count more than 7 millions per cubic millimeter. This condition is known as polycythemia. The physiological condition that is high altitude and at birth where it is that means RBC count is increased. Pathological condition like primary polycythemia vera and secondary polycythemia vera. The primary polycythemia vera is in concern with malignancy, while secondary polycythemia concern with congenital heart disease and respiratory disorders. The effects resulting in increased viscosity, sluggish blood flow which causes cyanosis, that is bluish discoloration of the skin or sclera.